Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Am I really here? That is the question, because this evening I am kind of sleepy. It's kind of hard to predict my energy from day to day, but anyway, I am here, sort of, kind of. Anyway, welcome to the show. This is Spirit Medium Laura herself speaking to you. And this evening, we will be doing mediumship and messages and mending and healing and a whole gamut of other things. As of right now, the switchboard is very light. I guess everybody has spring fever. Can't blame them. After all, days are getting longer and probably a bit warmer, except if you're in Wisconsin or a northern climate. I guess I've heard some very severe weather is going on in other parts of the country. I'm in Florida, so it's almost like the summer already. Anyway, welcome to the show. So this evening I'm going to be talking a little bit in the beginning on our focus subject, which will be about acceptance and the magical power, magical abundance of acceptance. And there'll be a little exercise, and I'll do a prayer, meditation, energy connection. I need to go to the actual announcement page. There is a page for this website. There is a website page for this show, oh my goodness, which is called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. And that is the website for this show. And there you will find the ability to get a 25% discount off of private sessions with me. You will also be able to enter a contest to win a private session with me. The third thing on the page is the ability to make a donation, so you can jump to the top of the reading queue. That's called the 8 No Wait, and I'll tell you a little more about that right now. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. And item 4 is watching a live video feed of me in front of a camera doing readings for you. So everything is there, spiritmediumtv.com, maybe more stuff than you ever imagined possible about a radio show. We did have a contest winner. Okay, we had the March winner. I've already done the drawing, and I've emailed the winner. So that's already done. If you would like to be in to win for April, just go to spiritmediumtv.com and join the mailing list at the top right of that page, spiritmediumtv.com. And as I mentioned, you can get a private session with me at a 25% discount by going to spiritmediumtv.com. Item 1 on that page will explain how to get that. Okay, so what is this whole thing about acceptance? Any of you who've listened to the show know that each show I'm going to highlight a new subject that I hope will be of use to you. It's certainly something that I learned recently, and that's how I go through these or find these subjects, because Spirit is constantly teaching me new things. There's been a number of things I've been learning lately, but one of them was very, very important over the weekend, and even today, re-highlighted again. And it is the idea of accepting what is, but also getting in touch with what you really want, and then asking for it in the right way. You see, most of us, when we're trying to apply law of attraction or The Secret or Abraham Hicks material, we basically use our ego mind to create. And sometimes when we're not in a state, well, I know Abraham Hicks talks about this a lot, of keeping yourself always in the vortex or the place of happiness, and not allowing yourself to go to a lower vibration. So when we're, let's say, for example, this weekend this happened to me. I'm going to use myself as the storyline. The weekend came, and there I stood. I didn't have any plans. It was Saturday. I went out Friday night. I had fun with friends, but Saturday I hadn't made any plans because I really didn't have time to. I had other things going on. Lo and behold, comes the weekend. I'm like, duh, now what? And In the past, before I started to use this idea of acceptance, I would have done what everybody usually would do, is try to take action to solve the issue. So I'm going to suggest something that's a little bit scary, perhaps, for most of us that are used to taking action to solve a problem. This is just the opposite. This is going into a state of, okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to be happy in the void. I'm going to be happy with having nothing to do. And so rather than me panic at that moment and start flipping through to do actions and all kinds, calling people up and worrying about feeling lonely and all of that business, I just relaxed. When I relaxed, a magical thing happened. I got in touch with a feeling of what I really wanted to do that day, regardless of whether or not I had anybody to do it with. But the feeling came into my mind, gee, I really would like to go to dinner with a friend or friends. And so what I did was I know enough now that when I have those feelings come in, it's almost like my soul is speaking to me. And by the way, I'm going to teach you how to get your own soul to speak to you this evening so that you can tap into that magical power of soul speak, as it were. That's what I call it, soul speak. So I had this idea, gee, I really would like to go have dinner with some friends. You know, no pressure, just friends, blah, blah, blah. So I did what I call third eye manifesting, and I took a very succinct and simple phrase, and I planted it on my third eye in a very quiet, meditative state, and I shot it out to what I imagine the universe to be, which to me is like stars off in the distance, you know, like looking into outer space, like a nebula or a star cluster, something like that. So I sent from my third eye out into the universe a message. What did I say? Dinner with friends, something like that, 3 times, 4 times, very, very intensely, maybe 5 or 6 times. And then I went about my business. A couple of hours later, I get a phone call. It's from a friend, and she says, "Would you like to come to dinner with me and my husband?" And I said, "Yeah, sounds like a great idea." And so I sat there thinking to myself, oh, that's interesting. And something else had happened. At the same time as I sent out that one, dinner with friends, I also realized I'd like to have more friends, because some of my friends that I already have, they're busy with whatever. One's got a boyfriend, one's doing this and that. So I didn't really have enough variety of people. So I also sent out uh, friends to do things with, something like that. And I did it the same way. And then that afternoon, I get a text from an acquaintance who wants to go do something with me. And she also wants to do other things with me. So it's as if the universe was echoing back my intentions immediately. Immediately. It was amazing, really. And then today something happened, which I really can't talk about it because it's a little too X-rated. But I'll just suffice it to say that I had a thought about something I wanted, and it came in a very unusual way. So I'm starting to see a very quick response from the universe according to things I'm getting in touch with, feelings I have, and then sending out the instructions. So there's it's a little tricky to do this. This is what everybody wants to do. There's a lot of elements to it. The first element is to detox yourself. You see, that means moving from a fearful state of three-dimensional thinking, which is there's only so much of something to go around. We are separate from resources. In other words, I don't have Laura, me, human being. I don't have access to just kind of go into the universe and pull back what I want. Those things, I have to earn them, or they have to come to me, or there may not be enough to go around. That's limited thinking of three-dimensional consciousness. And when we detox ourselves in our thought process and in our alignment to source through meditation, okay, we're able to start creating at will, creating at will. But the irony is, it's no longer your fearful ego self that's creating. It's your higher soul self that's creating. So how do you tap into this higher soul self? Well, the first thing is when you feel that you need or want something, instead of panicking, go to meditation. Go into a meditation. And don't think, I need this, I want this, I have to create it, like almost in a fearful, crazy, frantic state. No, instead just sit in a meditation, be with your feelings, feel your feelings. And then ask yourself how this feeling would express to you. It needs to be an action, not a condition. So, for example, if you were feeling or feelings that you didn't have enough money to pay your bills, you might mistakenly think that what you really want is a lot of money. But there's a distinguishment here I need to make, because the universe doesn't work on a condition. That's too abstract. The universe works on action, because the universe is only in the now, and the now only is action in the now. It's being. So you have to look for the actions that you want that are supportive of the condition. So if you want a lot of money, why do you want a lot of money? Why? Well, one, because you want peace of mind, maybe, so you want to feel peace of mind. So there's a verb there. I want to feel peace of mind. I want to spend money when I need it. Okay, I want to go out tonight on the town. So you see how I'm saying I want a lot of money versus these specific things that create pictures in your mind of what you truly want. This is the semantics of speaking to the soul and speaking to spirit, which is extremely powerful. So when you get your semantics right, the universe can respond. You have to speak its language. See, if you're speaking a language of intangible, abstract conditions, it's not going to respond. Isn't that interesting? So go into meditation, get in touch with what you want, describe it in terms of an action that you'd like to experience versus a condition that you feel would deliver that action. So just do just the opposite of what you think you should do. Go to the actions and then send it out from your third eye to the universe. I'm not going to go into all the specifics of that, as it is in an article on my website, which starts out with the keyword. It's on the right side in the sidebar under recent posts. Starts out with the keyword acceptance. Acceptance. If you're listening to this audio or video at a future time, simply go to my website. For the radio show, it's the same as the master website, but for the radio show, it's Spirit Medium TV. And on the right sidebar, you'll go under the video on the right, and there's a search field there. Type in the search field the word acceptance, click on search, and this article should come up. And it goes into specifics of how to do all of this, including meditation. And depending on what happens when I go into our meditation, and I'm going to be doing a group message in a moment, depending on what happens with that, I may end up doing something more with this. If the guides want me to do it, if the ones want me to do that. I forgot to mention, today I'm a little bit out of it. I forgot to mention that the first 15 minutes of the show, which is where we're at right now, are spent with the focus subject, a meditation, and then a group message, which I'm going to do in a moment. Then the next 15 minutes or so, we're going to focus on mediumship, meaning connecting to the other side and deceased loved ones in spirit, depending on the need in the audience. Okay, maybe some people don't want that today. I don't know who's there yet. I didn't have any earlier yet, so we'll see what there is in a moment. And then the remaining 30 minutes of the show will be a mix of psychic readings or messages, healing, mediumship again, mentoring, medical intuitive intelligence, manifesting, and meditation. In other words, all the things that are supportive of the work that I do. Okay, so what I need you all to do, if you're listening, if you want a reading, or even if you are just listening, I'd like you to participate in connecting with us. If you would please sit back in your respective chair or lie back on your respective lounge chair and start to breathe abdominally, allowing yourself breathing deeply from the abdominal area in, gently releasing your breath from the abdominal area. And as you do that, I would like you to start getting in touch with your loved ones on the other side. If you're asking for that type of work this evening, ask for your loved ones to come in and join us. See them now. Hugs and kisses and reunions. And if you're looking for something else, messages about your own life or healing, please ask Spirit now that your questions be answered, your healing be gotten, and also get specific in your mind as to what those things will be. Like if you have a question, think of your question. If you want a healing, think of your issue. As you go off and do that, I will go off and do the prayer. So you do your work, I'll do mine. I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, remembering to breathe in deeply. On your exhale, release into the space your energy, and I will connect us now. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathe in. Okay. I have the strangest image in front of me of some woman who's got a facial on her face and like as if she's doing something with her skin and, I don't know, primping herself. We'll see what that's all about. There's also the color orange, which is the color of the sacral chakra is all around the group, which has to do with either sexuality, love, or it has to do with creativity. So that might have, even the woman might have something to do with that. I don't know. I like to give people everything I get. You never know what it means, and it could be meaningful to people listening. Okay. And so what I'm going to do now is call in the ones, and we are going to have a group message. 1 second, please. We are here. We are the ones. Indeed, we have come to join all of you this evening. We, again, are very grateful for you allowing us to speak. We have messages today of hope and help and healing for all of you. Each of you would like to know how to get out of your own way, so to speak, and into the flow of divine guidance and prosperity. Each of you would like to learn better how to know your heart, how to heal your heart, and how to ask for that which you desire at a deepest level. The way to do that is through the soul. We've mentioned this to you in different ways, each particular show. Tonight we will talk about the underbelly of feelings, the other side of feelings, the part of feelings that you do not want to acknowledge as you are on earth. Those deepest, darkest feelings, those fearful feelings, hold within them the clue and the seeds to attaining true salvation and true ascension while you are on earth. It is the thing that you fear most that provides for you your greatest growth. So we say to you, do not fear what you fear. Do not bury what you fear. Instead, it is important to feel what you fear and release it thusly. If you are trying to hold back your feelings about certain subjects, now would be a very, very good time to feel them in a quiet and protected space that we will lead you through. The reason we suggest you do this is because when you allow yourself to sit in your fear, a miraculous thing happens called the shift. You are no longer then limited by the illusion of losing something. You face the demon, and in facing the demon, you release the miracle of attainment. So we will take you through a very brief exercise. The exercise would involve, and please start with us now, the following. We ask you then to please close your eyes, uncross arms and legs, and again go back to focusing on breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to breathe in deeply and breathe out deeply. And as you relax into this feeling of safety, we would like you to think of your life. Think of the thing that you are most fearful of right now. It could be no money. It could be lack of love. It could be a loss of some type, loss of health, loss of a lover, loss of a friendship. Please think now, while you continue your deep breathing, of the thing that most upsets you. Good. And while you sit in this feeling, continuing to breathe deeply, allowing the feeling to be there, we will allow you to go there one more time and to feel it, explore it, be in it. Do not reject it nor accept it. Simply observe it. We will be silent. Good. And so the key to the kingdom of heaven, each and every one of you, is to allow yourself to explore negative emotions in a safe place through simple observation, not reacting, but simply observing. In that observing process, you learn that you did not die if you did not get what you want. You simply observed it. This is a training process that will allow you to move to higher frequencies and vibrations and to let go of fear, trying to control things, and living in a guarded space over time. The more you do this, the better able you will be to feel your true feelings of self and soul, the innermost workings of who you are. Embedded in those deeper feelings of true soul desire is the ability, the magical elixir to create anything in your life. The key to having what you want is to know what it really is. Most of us are run by fear, and that makes us believe we need something to reduce or eliminate the fear. That is our ego working to protect us. The universe will not work in response to fear. It only works in response to love. Namaste. Okay, wow, that was kind of different. I didn't expect that. So it looks like there's going to be a light evening this evening, which is great. That means maybe we'll get to everybody waiting, and maybe we'll even end the show early. That's just fine. Okay, I'm going to go to Amy, who has a life question.
What do you mean you don't want me?
Amy?
I said,
Amy, can you hear me, honey? Amy? Amy, honey?
hello?
Yes, sweetheart,
Yes.
you're on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I didn't want you to say anything that would embarrass you. Otherwise, I was going to hang the phone up, but I heard you. I heard you heard me. Okay, sweetheart, just go ahead and give me your question, love, okay?
Okay. Do you, okay. Do you see anything? I recently had a relationship with somebody, and he had broken up with me.
Okay, let me stop you for a moment. Let me stop you. I don't want your background information. I only want the question, honey. So just give me the question. Go ahead. Go ahead, love.
Okay. Do you see us working things out?
No, not at this time. And I will give you answers why. Please give me his initials.
SH.
All right. Okay, selfish. Very, very selfish. This person is very self-centered. He doesn't think of anyone but himself. He also seems to be very quick to judge, or has a very volatile kind of emotional system. He kind of makes snap judgments and then runs away, and it's hard for you to discuss things with him. So you're being told here that there's a reason behind this. Okay, it's not like you're making it up, or that that it's not really there. So the thing is to change this, or to make it that he would be responsive to you. There'd have to be a lot of development on his part. There's only so much control you have over him. Obviously, the only person that you have any control over is yourself, and your desire to set things right. Let me just see something with you, honey. Hold on. Amy, 814. You're a very good person. You have a heart of gold. You're a giver. You see, you're the giver in the relationship. I see good parts to him also. I see sweetness there, but it's confused with a lot of other stuff. And I also see underneath it all the motivation for his... Hello? Can you hear me, honey?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening to everything you're saying.
All right. I see under all of this, his way of being is a fear of rejection, and he does what's called fight or flight. In other words, if he's not getting his way, he very quickly turns and runs. So if I'm going to say what I see here right now, I can't see how to make it right very easily without a full-blown healing and a lot of prayer and everything else. As of the way it sits right now, and a very two-dimensional simple answer is not at this time. Now, you've heard what I just said. Does it make sense to you, honey, from the description of his temperament? Because this is the information I'm getting about him. Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
All right. See,
I've been praying.
You have to pray, okay? It's a lot of prayer.
I've been praying, and I've been asking my guide to help me.
All right. Well, see, now we'll talk a little more about this because I have extra time tonight. There's not a lot of people here. But what you are is a very sweet, gentle, kind, loving, giving, emotional, sweet, forgiving kind of person. He's not much different. He is like that underneath it all, and that's why you love him. Okay, but the problem is he's selfish on the surface because he's afraid of getting hurt, because he's been rejected before, and it makes him into a really difficult person to move forward with. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a karmic issue between the two of you. You plan this connection this lifetime so that you would learn to grow and he would learn to grow healing. We have soulmate relationships, which this is. Okay, so that we can heal. Both of us can heal.
I knew that we were soulmate connection.
Yeah, well, it always is when the ones that are very problematic, because I can see this guy's a really good guy underneath it all, but he's been hurt, and emotionally he's been abused. And so because of that, he's all mangled. And his responses are not appropriate for the situation. His responses come from a fight or flight, fearful nature. He's afraid of being hurt. He's afraid. I use the word abuse very liberally, but I think it goes back before. It goes back to childhood, not just his last relationship. It goes back to other times in his life. Yeah. And so it's a very deeply ingrained pattern that is coming in from karma or the soul contract. So you have a soul contract. Now, what I do, I won't do it here on the air because it's too intense, but I would do, if I was alone with you in session, I would go through all your chakras and clear them and heal them. It means I pull up information about you and what you need to work on, and we heal it. I also would do the same with him, even though he's not in session with me directly. We can do a healing for him etherically through an energetic portal. So I would go through the same thing with him. I would do some calming, some clearing of him because he needs a lot of healing. You need healing too, otherwise you wouldn't be connected with him. And your healing is you always want to heal. You always want to help everybody. So your healing is to become more of a heal. You have to become harder is what your healing is. There's something about that. You want to always make nice and heal and be the, the person who soothes everyone, is because also there was discord in your home growing up. The discord in your home growing up was between parental influences, and you were in the middle of it. So you became the healer. You understand that, please?
Yes.
Okay. So you come in, and you meet him, and then he's here to help you to heal from that loss that you had, and you're here to help him heal from his loss. But we can't do it on the radio. It will be done in private session. Let me see what else I can tell you. Oh, and another thing which we can do now, but it only works, well, it works much better if we do it after healing, but I'll do this because other people may listen to this and it'd be good for you. What we can do is what I call influence. And in a meditative state, we would send your friend, your beautiful SH,